It's time for the Memorial Cup Final. What's up, guys, and welcome to episode number 3 of this Vinny J NHL 24 Be a Pro series. And today, I'm going to be playing the Memorial Cup Final here in this Vinny J NHL 24 Be a Pro series. It's episode number 3 of this series. This episode will consist of, well, you probably already know based on the title, but this video will consist of the Memorial Cup Final and the NHL Draft, because I want the next episode of the series to be Vinny J's NHL debut. So the next episode of the series, which will be episode number 4, will be Vinny J's NHL debut with whatever team that drafts him. But that aside, he's on the London Knights. They're 3-1, and we're about to play the Kamloops Blazers, who are 3-0. They were the 1 seed, so they got a bye right to the championship, as the Blazers got a bye right to the final. And then the London Knights, my team, the team that I'm on, won against the Quebec Remparts in the semifinal 5-0. And now the championship, or the Memorial Cup Finals, here on June 4th, 2023. The Blazers are the quote-unquote home team because they're the 1 seed, we're the 2 seed. All the games are being played in Kamloops, British Columbia, so the Blazers are the host team. That's how the Memorial Cup works. There's 4 teams. There's 3 hockey leagues in the junior hockey leagues in Canada. There's the WHL, OHL, and I believe the third one's called the QMJHL. And the winner of each of those leagues, because each of those leagues have a season, and it goes as probably from October to April or something like that. The winner of each of the winner of the WHL, OHL, and the QMJHL, the winners of all 3 of those leagues that win the championship in their respective leagues move on to the Memorial Cup. They advance to the Memorial Cup. They advance to the Memorial Cup. And then that's obviously 3 out of the 4 teams, and then the 4th team is the host team. So in this case, obviously you have the Quebec Remparts, you have the London Knights, and the Seattle Thunderbirds. So I guess the Seattle Thunderbirds, obviously that's a team that's actually in the U.S., but they're in a Canadian league. But either way, the Seattle Thunderbirds, the Quebec Remparts, and the London Knights, obviously each one their respective leagues. I don't remember what the London Knights. The London Knights are either in the WHL or the OHL. But either way, the Knights, the Remparts, and the Thunderbirds all won their respective leagues, won the championship in their respective leagues. And then the Kamloops Blazers were automatically qualified for the Memorial Cup because they were the host city. So the Kamloops Blazers were the host city, and then the Seattle Thunderbirds, London Knights, and Quebec Remparts won their respective leagues. So that's how the 4 teams in the Memorial Cup qualified for the Memorial Cup, if you didn't know that. But if you didn't know that, now you do. And one more thing before we get into it. The overtime rules, obviously I thought it was only 5 minutes, 3-on-3, then a shootout like the NHL in the regular season. I thought that was the overtime rules for the round-robin round. Obviously that wasn't the case. It was 20 minutes, 3-on-3, and I just looked up the overtime rules. It's 20 minutes, 3-on-3, obviously I knew that part. But there actually was no shootout. I was like, maybe after the 20 minutes, then they go to a shootout. No, they do continuous overtimes, like in the NHL playoffs. Obviously, in the NHL playoffs, it's 5-on-5 for 20 minutes. They keep doing that until there's a winner. At least in the round-robin round, they do 20 minutes, 3-on-3 until there's a winner, and there's no shootout. That's in the round-robin round. But now, obviously, now we're in the elimination round. I'm not sure. I assume there's no shootout, because if there's no shootout in the round-robin round, why would there be a shootout in the elimination round? But I couldn't find out any overtime rules for the elimination round, for the semifinal, or for the final. So I'm guessing, obviously I assume there's no shootout, but it could be 20 minutes 3-on-3 like it was in the round-robin round, or it could be 20 minutes 5-on-5. Obviously I won't know that unless the Memorial Cup Final goes to overtime, but it would probably be either 20 minutes 3-on-3, they play until there's a winner, or 20 minutes 5-on-5, and they play until there's a winner. But that aside, I played all 4 games here in the Memorial Cup. I have 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points through 4 games. I'm a 69 overall. I have just under 15,000 followers on social media, I guess. I have 115 brand, 600 management, and 450 teammate. We're 3-1, they're 3-0, because obviously the Blazers have played 1 less game. here in the Memorial Cup because they got to buy right to the championship. As this game is here on the game is on Sunday, June 4th, 2023. In this game, so yeah. With that aside, let's get into the Memorial Cup final with the Memorial Cup on the line. Obviously, let's go. And by the way, our one loss was to this Blazers team, but that was the second game of the Memorial Cup. And that game I only played the third period, and it was 2-1 Blazers going into the third period. Then it was 4-1, and then we scored and made it 4-2. But we ended up losing that second game of the round robin to the Blazers by a score of 4-2. So that is, I believe, yeah, it's me on the left, and then the Blazers captain on the right. So yeah, like I said, they're technically the home team because they're the higher seed. But obviously that only matters for what jersey you wear, what bench you're on, what locker room you're in, and the home team gets last change. So the Blazers would get last change. The skill level is semi-pro, on-ice center adaptive, and the period length is 5 minutes. They were 2-0-1-0 in the round robin. We were 2-1-1-0, and obviously then we're technically now 3-1-1-0 with that win against the Remparts in the semifinal. Let's watch the prediction. James Cybulski, Memorial Cup Final. We're here at the Sandman Center in Kamloops, British Columbia, as we will crown a Memorial Cup champion here tonight. Memorial Cup Final, here we go. And we are on your way in the Memorial Cup Final. We win the opening draw of the first period. And now here's Vinny Chase, shot through a screen. Stopped by keeper or something like that, but I shot it seconds into the game. We're 26 seconds in, I think, if I'm doing my math right, and it was a stop by the Blazers goalie. And we lose the draw. This team has Logan Steentoven and Matthew Seminoff, who in real life are Dallas Stars prospects, and right now they're playing for the Texas Stars, the AHL affiliate of the Dallas Stars. Here's a shot turned aside by the goaltender. Here's Dieto, our captain. And I shot that right into his belly, 18:22 to go. This team also has, we have Sam Dickinson. This team also has Logan Steentoven, like I said, Dallas Stars prospects, and Matthew Seminoff. And right now, both of those players are playing for the Texas Stars, the AHL affiliate of the Dallas Stars. Here's a shot blocked, and there is Steentoven, who was a 2021 draft pick for Dallas. And Seminoff, I think he was a draft pick as well, I think. Or he was undrafted, but I think Steentoven and Seminoff were draft picks. I'm not sure if Steentoven was 2021, I'm not sure if Seminoff was 21 or 22. And now pass down low, Vinny J turns! And a save by the goaltender. That's already, 3 shots on goal for me. 16:22 to go, and no score in the championship. And I'm still on the ice, as I'm on line 1, the left one for line 1, with, I believe I'm with Dehan and Dieto, our captain. Dehan's the center. Here's Hofer. Hofer up ahead, Demick, and good poke by Vinny J. And now up ahead, Dieto, and back to me. And here comes Vinny J, save for rebound. How in the world did I not go to score? Vinny J with the first goal of the Memorial Cup Final. It was a little bit of a wild scramble, or it was a wild scramble in and around the net, and eventually Vinny J with a backhander finds the back of the net. It hit the bottle off of the top of the net, hit the goalie's bottle off the top of the net. So I got a trophy for doing that. And Vinny J gets the first goal of the Memorial Cup Final, 5 minutes and 2 seconds in. And it's 2-1 Blazers. They scored 2 goals when I was on the bench. 8.5 to go and counted in the first, and it's 2-1 Blazers. And now here's Steentoven's save! Rebound! That was a good play. That was a good play by me. That might have saved the goal. And now here's Vinny J. Busted in! Just missed the net. And now Hofer. 7 minutes to go in the first, and Town 2-1 Blazers. Here's Steentoven. And right now, Steentoven is second in the AHL in points. And now, intercepted by Del Monte, not DeHaan. I don't know why. It's Del Monte. Here's a shot by Del Monte. 6-11 to go, stopped by the goaltender. So that's up to I have 4 goals, and now 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points here in the Memorial Cup. So that was my 4th goal and 6 point. Vinny, we're putting the pressure on, so let's try to get more. Challenge is continued pressure. Let's try to do that. And we are an OHL team because you can see on on each player's right shoulder of their jersey it says OHL. So we're an OHL team. I knew it was OHL or a WHL. I knew we weren't a QMJHL or whatever that is team. So we're an OHL team. I'm not sure what this team is. I'm not sure if they're what this team is. And now Diego! Save on the doorstep! It was 1-on-1, and a shot by Del Monte stops. So I'm not sure what if the Blazers are a WHL team, OHL team, or a QMJHL team. And now here's George. Here's Diego, like I said, is our captain. And now up ahead. And backdoor save on Del Monte. And now Vinny J. Off the feed from George. I don't know who George something, and I got it to the bench. I went to the wrong bench. We had full pressure there. 3:20 to go in Town. It's 2-1 Blazers here in the Memorial Cup final. And it's 2-1 Blazers after the opening 20 minutes here in the final. So we had a 1-0 lead thanks to my goal on that wild scramble in and around the Blazers net and in the Blazers zone. But then the Blazers scored 2 goals when I was on the bench after that. And the shots are 16-9 Knights. Hits 5-3 Knights. Time of attack, we have about a minute and a half more. We're 0-1 on the power play. The Blazers haven't had a power play. Face-off 7-4 Knights. Passing 95% for us and only 65% for the Blazers. But they're up 2-1. That's all that matters so far. And by the way, it's the London Knights. It's not London, England. I mean, you guys should know that, because this is a Canadian hockey league, and obviously this is being played in Kamloops, British Columbia. It's not London, England. It's London, Ontario, I think, or it's London, that's in Canada, and I think it's in the province of Ontario. So it's London, Ontario, or London, Canada, and not London, England, obviously. I'll see you in a second in the next clip. See you then. So like I said, it's London, Canada, and I think it's London, Ontario, Canada. But either way, it's London, Canada, and not London, England. Second period here in the Memorial Cup final, 2-1 Blazers. Here we go, I'm on the ice. It's usually the first line starts each period, usually. Fans are into it. We win the open draw of the second, and here's Bonk. Here's Bonk, and safe rebound! Just put wide by Diego. Vinny J, and the goalie just flashed leather right in front of me. 19-19 to go in the second. And he just flashed leather right in front of my face. Good save by 31. He just did a big save and swung it across. Good save. We're fine. And we win the draw. Back to Bonk. Vinny J threw a screen. I don't think it was tipped, but it was through multiple players for both teams, but a save. And now right in front save! And Vinny J gets the rebound. And up ahead Del Monte. Del Monte. And kicked it out to Vinny J. Vinny J! And a save as I was trying to go on the left side, which would be blocker side. That side was open, but I wasn't able to get it across. And now a shot through 2 Knights players is got through. And now a centering pass, they score! And it's Dement. 3 in a row, and it's 3-1 Blazers here in the final. Jacob Dement, as he dotted blocker side on our goal. He kind of was hunting out the dry. But I don't know what the heck 59 and number 59 and number 3 are both right there. I don't know what both of them are doing, but now we're down by 2. 16:32 to go in the second. And it's 3-1 Blazers, but there's still over half a game to go here. And we've had our chances. Now a center pass is blocked by Dieto. Now Vinny J trying to beat number 3 to the edge. And I almost ran right into him. Got it back, though. And now it's in the corner, and Hofer comes in and gets it. And now it popped out. And now Dieto, save! And it was loose for a second, but the goalie got back on top of it. 14:58 to go. I mean, their goalie is 3. Obviously, the Blazers goalie and the Blazers as a team are both 3-0. And now back to the point. Beyond with a 1T. But a save. Dieto got it back, though. And now Del Monte behind the back pass to me. And now Dickinson! From the behind the back feed from me. Glove saved by the goalie. There was no screen, so he got it in the trapper. I mean, come on. We needed that goal, though, obviously. And it's 3-2. Let's go. As it's George who gets the goal. His first name starts with an I, so I, George. 9:59 to go in the second, so we're halfway through the game. And we're back within 1. So 3-2 Blazers halfway through the Memorial Cup final here in British Columbia. Save by our goalie, and he will hold it. 9:20 to go here in the second period of the final. 3-2. As we got within 1, thanks to a goal by George, and his first letter of his first name is I, so I, George. I mean, this team only has, and now good play, and that's a penalty! That's a penalty on them, as good poke by me, and then Steenkoven slashed, I believe it was Dieto, and Steenkoven's their captain. So Steenkoven's their captain, Dieto's our captain. 9:08 to go, Steenkoven's mad. But we're on the power play with a chance to tie the game. As good poke by me, and then he slashed, I don't know if it was Dieto, but he slashed somebody on our team. As yeah, the other goalie, or our goalie, only has 11 saves. Now I'm center. I forgot I'm center on the power play. And we lose the draw. We were 0-1 with 0. We had 0 shots on goal in our last power play. And now back the other way. Vinny J hustled to get to that one. Up ahead to Cowan. Different players here on the power play. Why is he going backward? Up ahead, Vinny J. And now up ahead, I did not mean to do that, but that kind of worked, actually. And now Vinny J! Blow, actually, not through, but a save with 8:35 to go. Yeah, our goalie has made 11 saves. That means he has 11 saves on 14 shots. That means the only other team only has 14 shots, but he's given up 3 goals. So I'm a center on the power play, and then a left win when it's 5-on-5. I win that draw, and now this guy finds me, and now here's this guy, down low, save, rebound was loose, still loose, as I was almost in the goal, I was behind the goal and almost in the goal, and we have full pressure now. We have full pressure for 27 seconds, 1:16 to go in the power play, 8:22 to go in the period. And we lose the face-off. My bad, boys. And it's dumped, not out of the zone. Dieto kept it in, and then Cowan got hit off. And now, here's pressure off my stick. Vinny J fires, but a save. And now down low. Oh, well, now up top. Here's a shot turned aside. And now a center is Dieto. And that's a rebound. They score! Dieto has tied it. His 4th goal of the Memorial Cup. And this game is tied at 3, as it was an own goal. As putting the puck in his own net was the guy who they just showed. I'm not sure who that was. I know his name started with a B. But in the final sentence of the full pressure, and with about a minute to go on the power play, Dieto was the last one to touch it for the London Knights, and then Kamloops Blazers player put their puck in their own net. So it's a goal for the Knights as a Blazers player hit the puck in their own net. Dieto's the last Knights player to touch it. We've scored 2 unanswered. 7:53 to go in the second. It was unassisted because it was an own goal. Unassisted, and we're tied at 3. Dieto does get the goal, and that's shot wide, high and wide. And now up ahead, Vinny J trying to bust through the fence. Vinny J! And the puck was punt jacked before he did his shot off. That was a good bat check. And now there's a shot between 2 Knights players. Save. Now back to the point. That shot is blocked by his own die. And I'm just going to dump it in here almost at the linesman. And the referee. They were both right there. And tipped out by Dieto. And now back to the point. George, who made it 3-2. Del Monte. And Vinny J. got putt jacked when he was going to bring it back. Under 5 to go in the second. We're tied at 3. As we got a dipped into that own goal by the Blazers player. Whoever that was. And now we have Dieto. My two linemen are Del Monte and Dieto, at least on 5-on-5. And now, center and pass at Dieto, save! Rebound, poked by Vinny J on net. But a save, as I poked that on net. And now, I poked it from Masters, but he got it back. And now, here's this guy's save. Rebound. And now back to the point. Hofer lost the putt. And now Vinny J, here he goes! Vinny J, one-on-one, but a save, and then it's forced wide. And it's tipped out by Hofer. I got it to the bench here. As I was going to go to the bench, but then I also had that breakaway, and I shot it from the circles, but save. 3-3 after 40 minutes of play here in the Memorial Cup Final, as this game is going to be determined in the third period or in overtime. As we were down 3-1, but we came back with 2 goals in the second, including that one that tied it. That power play goal by Dieto that was put in their own net by someone. I don't know who it was. It showed the name, but it started with a B. At least the last name did. So yeah, the shots are 36-17. Knights. Hits 11-6 Blazers. Time at 10, we have like 3.5 minutes more. Passing were much better. Faceoffs 13-12 Knights. Power plays were 1 for 2. They haven't, and then the Blazers haven't had one. Yeah, and then Dieto has obviously a 1 goal, 1 assist on 6 shots, and then I have a goal. Obviously, I had a first goal, and then I think Dieto assisted on my goal, and then obviously he scored a 3rd goal, and then that George, who's on the 2nd or 3rd line, I assume, 1 shot on goal, which was a goal, and yeah. I have 12 shots on goal, so I'm 1 for 12, which is 8.3 shooting percentage. But yeah, after our goalie has 14 saves on 17 shots, and then their goalie has 33 saves on 36 shots. So obviously a better save percentage for their goalie because he's faced 20 more shots, 19 more shots to be exact. But yeah, third period, we're tied at 3, as this game's going to be determined in the third period or possibly even sending it to overtime. But let's get into the third period, tied at 3 here in the Memorial Cup Final. This is where heroes are made. Let's go. I'm excited, but also I'm nervous. I am nervous. Third period, final regulation period here in the Memorial Cup Final. I don't want overtime. 3-3. Here's Vinny J, and he got bodied off the putt by Hofer. And now a center and pass to Stainkoven. But I was there. I knew they always do that center and pass usually. And now a center and pass to Dieto. Finds Dickinson, and that hit the goalie in the mast. Or if it wasn't the mast, it was like the net. And now Vinny J. Backdoor trying to force it, but intercepted by Masters. I should have shot it or went back to the point. I forced that. Then now Stainkoven. And a 1T is stopped. And now Vinny J lost the putt to Stainkoven as he stole it. Come on, we gotta get it out here. This is how the other team gets full pressure here. But we did it out. Now in the offensive zone. Oh, I thought that was going in, but he got the glove on it as the side was open, but he got the glove. And we win the offensive zone face-off beyond. And that was almost a penalty. Shot is blocked. And now, Blanche, Dieto, back to the point, Dickinson. We're pressuring beyond. And now DeMonte lost the punt and it goes all the way back down. Now Vinny J. Vinny J weaving in and out. Got it on goal. That's my 14 shot on goal. 14:27 to go. 3-3. The B for overall. I think I have a B across the board. We're on the power play. It's on Semenoff. 2 minutes for Holden. And I believe it's, 12 minutes to go, or 12:10 to go. And now there's a shot. Turned aside. Rebound is there. And now it's turned over. I'm not sure how much time's on the power play because it doesn't show. But there's 12 minutes to go, and maybe a minute and a half on the power play. It doesn't say, but it's something like that. And now Dieto, the captain, and that snuck through him a little bit, but he was able to cover it before it goes in. I thought that was going 5-hole. You didn't miss anything with the offense on face-off. 11:46 to go. We're still on the power play. I'm taking the face-off. 1:26 to go on the power play. Now it shows it. And we win the draw. And a shot kind of blocked and then covered by the goalie. We're 1 for 2 with 8 shots on goal on the power play. All 8 of those shots were on the second power play because we were 0 for 1 with 0 shots. Now we're 1 for 2 with 8 shots. So I'm a center on the power play. Pretty good at center. And I lose that face-off. Masters pins it up against the boards. Kicked out of there. Vinny J got it. Oh, I was going to go back. There was a guy cut in back door, but I lost it before I could pass it. 1 minute to go on the power play. 11:25 to go in the period. Come on! You can't do that! And now a center and pass. Shot! Turned aside. That was a trailer coming into the zone. And I kicked out of there, but it's right to Dieto. But then it's 2v2 in the corner, and eventually they get the putt. Half a minute to go on our power play. Here's Bainter. Come on, pressure the putt. I missed that putt. And now up ahead, here's McGuinn, whoever, I don't know who that is. And now he tees one up at a save. And now Vinny J, what a save by the goalie, and now the power play is almost over. It's 2 seconds, and now Dickinson, power play is over. Half a period to go, and a save by the goalie. He passes it out. Under 10 to go. This is where legends are made. And now Steenkoven save. And now Dieto, busting back in. And now down low. And a turnaround shot is blocked. Another shot, they score! And it's McGuinn! And we have taken the lead late in the third as he done his own rebound. And Seth McGuinn, if I'm pronouncing it right, but either way, the London Knights have the lead. Let's go! As it was top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. And it's 4-3 London. Unbelievable. With 8:32 to go, as it says on the scoreboard, and I'm still out here. I'm surprised I am. Assisted by Dickinson and Dieto. That's the 3rd point and 2nd assist for Dieto. Now Dickinson finds me through a lot of traffic on the doorstep. Good fortune by Vinny J. Beyond, lost the putt. And I'm going to go to the bench here because I want one more shift, possibly. 7 minutes left. 4-3. And I'm on the ice with 16 seconds left. Is the play going or is it a whistle? Oh, there's 10 seconds left. There goes their goalie. 10 seconds. Poked out of the zone or poked away. Vinny James hit it out the center ice. 5 seconds. It's Steenkoven. Shot turned aside. Rebound is behind the net. And the London Knights have won the Memorial Cup. As one last shot by Steenkoven is fought off by our goaltender. And time runs out. And we are Memorial Cup champs here in British Columbia. As we do it here in Kamloops, British Columbia, as we beat the Kamloops Blazers, the host team of the Memorial Cup, 4-3, a come-from-behind 4-3 victory. The Blazers are in shock, and the Knights are celebrating like there's no tomorrow. At least I got out there. I got out there with like 10 seconds left. Right basically when the other team pulled their goalie, I think. And then Steenkoven got a shot, but it was fought off by the shoulder of our goalie. And then the puck ended up behind the net. And then time ran out. We almost put the puck in our own net there, but we didn't, thankfully. As I only got the one goal, but I was on the ice for the go-ahead goal, which ended up being the game winner. There's the handshake line, the greatest tradition in hockey, greatest tradition in sports, rather. And the captain, Dieto, will be first to hoist the cup, the Memorial Cup, but still, this was a heck of a game. There she is. Hopefully I'm one of them that hoist it. I better be, because I was a big part of the team. And there's Vinny J, the second one to get the cup, to get the Memorial Cup. It's not the Stanley Cup, but Vinny J with the Memorial Cup. Hopefully it will be Vinny J with the Stanley Cup at the end of the series, or at some point in the future. And was that our goalie? I'm not sure who that is. Okay, that's our goalie, because I can see the pads. That's our goalie, and he's a little bigger. But yeah, there we go. There she is. Vinny J was second to hoist the cup. We win it. Here's the team photo as we win the game 4-3. Come from behind victory here in the final. And obviously we still have the NHL draft coming up. And I don't know where Vinny J is. I actually don't know where he is. He's somewhere there, I think. Oh, I think he's on the right side. He was second row on the right. I think that's where he was. Or that's where he was. On the right side, second row. That was perfect, Vinny. We really applied the pressure on them. They tended to get out of their zone. Coach, yeah, for sure. We just won the Memorial Cup, sure. I got pluses for management, teammate, and primary line score. I'll take it, but like, yeah, I'll take it. I mean, hey, at least props to Coach. I wish he put me out there with like a minute or two left. But at least he got me out there for the final seconds, because Steenkoven was oh so close to tying it there. Dieto, 1 goal, 2 assists, 2 hits, was the second star. Someone for the other team was the third star, but didn't show. And then the first, why in the world is the first star someone on their team? Unless even if he had a hat trick, he's on the losing team. Why is he the first star? It should have been Dieto. We had 48 shots in this game, 48 shots to 25 for the Blazers. Time attack rate like 4 minutes more. Power plays 1 for 3. We were 1 for 3. They were 0 for 1. Faceoffs 22-16 Knights. Passing 91.5% for us, 75.4% for them. Hits 21-13 Blazers. And yeah, that was a heck of a game. And as we won, the game-winner goal ended up being scored with 8:32 to go in the third. The go-ahead goal at the time ended up being the game winner. Yeah, I mean, it was close at the end. At least he put me out there. He put me out there for the last, like, 10 seconds. I came out with, I think, 13 seconds left. Number 16 was the one that scored the game, ended up being scoring the game-winning goals. We were down 3-1 in this game. In the second period, tied it with 2 goals in the second, and then obviously scored the only goal for either team in the third. Yeah, we scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and then the Blazers scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and none in the third. Yeah, Steenkoven had a shot with 2 seconds left, fought off by the shoulder of our goalie, and then the puck ended up going behind the net. We almost put the puck in our own net at the end, but because one of my teammates hit the puck behind the net, kind of shot it up against the boards behind the net, but that was basically at the buzzer. And then I had the puck. And then I shot it just into a melee of bodies at the red line. All I was trying to do was get the puck out of the zone. And I was trying for the empty net as well, but I just wanted to get the puck out of the zone, which I did. And then Steenkoven came back in and almost tied it, but he didn't. Shots were 16-9 Knights in the first, 28 Knights in the second, and then 12-8 Knights in the third, for a total shots of 48-25 London Knights. So George Dieto had a goal and 2 assists. McGurn, that's who scored the game-winning goal with 8:32 to go in the third. And then Del Monte had an assist. Mallets had an assist. George had a goal, that second goal when I was on the bench. Cowan had a assist. Sam Dickinson had an assist. I had the first goal of the game, had 15 shots on goal, played 35 minutes. 1 goal, 1 point, the +1 for +- which I got on that game-winning goal. And then Humphrey had a -1, and then everyone else down here had 0 points and 0 for +-, and then like I said, Humphrey had a -1. And then there were some guys down here like Bond and stuff had a hit. Edward had 2 hits, Humphrey had 1, McHugh had 1, and I had none. Just hitting is a little different this year. If you hit circle, which that's usually the body check button, if you hit circle, you go straight to the bench. So it's not circle anymore. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So I finished with 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points through the 5 Memorial Cup tournament games. That's averaging just over a point per game. So yeah. Now let's see where I get drafted. Obviously, I'm doing the draft in this episode as well because I want the next episode to be my NHL debut. So yeah, 4-3 the final, and now let's go back to the main menu. Oh, kind of lost my voice there. Usually, but that was really a good game. We got our revenge on that team because we lost 4-2 in the round robin to that same team, and then now we win 4-3. I didn't win overtime either. Like, I did not win overtime. But yeah, I won the Memorial Cup last year, and I think at least the last 2 years in NHL 22 and 23, and then I won it here in 24. B+ for offense, B+ for defense, B- for team play, and a B for overall. Yeah. Yep. And so yeah, 1 goal, 1 point, 1 +1 for +- 15 shots, 2 faceoffs won, both in the power play. Played 35 minutes and 17 seconds. And I completed that challenge for continued pressure. So yeah, I finished with 6 points through 5 games, so just over a point per game. So I'll take it. I had 4 goals, which was tied for first in the Memorial Cup. DHL also had 4 goals, and then someone else had 4 goals. I don't know if it was someone on our team or another team, but yeah, I'll take 4 goals. One was the third goal was an overtime winner in the last round robin game because in the first game I had 1 goal. The second game, which was our loss to the Blazers, I got 1 assist. In the third game against the Remparts, I had 2 goals, including the game winner, which was the second in overtime. That was the second goal, and then I had 1 assist against the Remparts in the semifinal, and then obviously I had that 1 goal in the championship against the Blazers. So 5 games played, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points. I'm a 69 overall, but obviously I'll go up an overall. I think last year I finished with like an 85 overall or something like that, or at least an 80 plus. But yeah, let's now sim to the next event, which will be the NHL draft. I have a conversation with the reporter. By the way, I think I said something about we're gonna win the Memorial Cup. That was off camera, and obviously we did. So this is it, Vinny. You're the champions. That was an amazing performance. What must have been an amazing night for you? How are you feeling after lifting the Memorial Cup? It's an incredible feeling for sure. The cup's heavier than it looks, but that just makes it more rewarding to lift it. The Stanley Cup I know is pretty heavy, and I assume the Memorial Cup's pretty heavy too. Everyone's talking about your incredible performance on the ice tonight. How are you feeling about being called tonight's MVP? I was the MVP, really, in my opinion. I played well, but I don't really know if I should have been the MVP, but I'll take it. But it should have probably went to Diego or that guy who scored the game-winning goal. But I'll take it. Okay, I can't. This answer's locked. I might have a good game, but I didn't do it alone. It was a team effort. You're always champions, and now you're all MVPs too. You've earned it for sure. What will you win next? I'm sure we'll find something before the night's out. See you later. Well, hopefully I can win the Stanley Cup. Obviously that would be a good amount of time from now, but hopefully I can win it at some point. I won it the last 2 years, and I think I've won it like every year of Be a Pro. I don't think I've ever lost the Stanley Cup. I don't think I've even lost the Memorial Cup. Maybe I've lost the Memorial Cup, but I don't think I've ever lost the Stanley Cup. And now I have what was I going to say? I have a conversation with my agent. I cannot. Vinny J, just the star I wanted to see. I've got one last update on your draft rank before the big day. The first overall pick is the Blackhawks, then I believe it's the Ducks, then it's the Blue Jackets, but I don't know after that. I know the Dallasers, I don't think, have a first-round pick, so unless I somehow drop to the second round, which I don't think that's going to happen, because my agent already told me I was projected to go 5th, so I don't think I'm going to the Dallas Stars. I might be going to like Anaheim or Chicago or Columbus, but But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Your smile tells me you've got some good news for me. So what is it? I'm going first. You're 8th. So I went down? I'll take that. I'll still take top 10. We love to hear it, Taylor. Thanks for the update. Okay. So I went down, but top 10. I'm not complaining. I don't know who has the 4th pick. Or I only know Chicago is number 1, and then Anaheim has 2. Columbus has 3. After that, I have no idea. Oh well, here's the. So Chicago, Anaheim, Columbus, San Jose, Montreal, Arizona, Philly, and Washington. So Washington has the 8th pick. So if I do go 8th, I'm going to Washington. So I would be with Ovi. Detroit, St. Louis, Vancouver, Ottawa, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Nashville, Calgary. That's the top 16 from the draft lottery, which consists of the 16 teams that didn't make it to the playoffs. So and obviously that's top 16, and then the bottom 16 depends where each team finishes. And in this case, Dallas, I think, traded away their first round pick, so they don't have one. So, but if I do go number 8, I'll be with Ovi. So let's have a new conversation with the Montreal Canadiens. I don't think I've ever been on the Canadiens or the Capitals or San Jose. I've been on the Devils, I've been on the Kraken, I've been on the Avalanche. Devils, Kraken, Avalanche. I've been on the with Vinny J, I've never been on the Stars, but I went with the Devils, Kraken, Avalanche, and a couple other teams I can't remember. Vinny on GM, Brett Meyer. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Okay. It's the same thing as last year. Your teammate invite you out, but you might not make it to review if you go with them. As long as I can do it responsibly, not if I have a game the next day, I wouldn't want to let my teammates down, or without a doubt. Okay, I'm definitely not saying that. As long as I can do it responsibly. I'd like to see you take preparation seriously. How do you spend your free time before games? I try to relax. I don't want to waste any energy before a game. I eat right and get some rest, but I don't sit around. I watch highlights of previous games to see what I did right. I'm not going to. Let's do that one. Great to hear. If I talk to your previous coaches, what would they recommend we draft you? I sure hope so. I've always tried to do whatever I could help my team win. I'll do that. Well, ask them. I think they'll have good things to say. Thanks for your time, Vinny. Thanks for having me. I got plus 95 for that draft interview. That's my draft interview score. And by the way, I will be doing the preseason off camera. And then, assuming that I make the team, because obviously I'm going to play the preseason because I don't want to start in the AHL, then I'll have a conversation with the Blues. I don't want to go on the Blues. Because I just don't, if I go on the Blues, that's fine, but I prefer to be on Montreal or Washington or whatever. Okay, GM Anna Yersman, that's a heck of a name. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Okay, so that's when you're on the ice, what's the best feeling for you as a player? Nothing beats me. Winning is always great. No, I left all out there on the ice and tried my best. Let's say that one. That's interesting, Vinny. Do you keep in touch with your parents while you were away? What in the world? Talked occasionally, but they let me focus on my season. Let's do that one. I see, Vinny. Last question. Are you a team player? Of course I am. I am all about putting the team first. Yeah, I am. I do care about my own stats, but also but I'd rather have the team win. That was quite the interview, Vinny. Thanks for joining me. I got plus 17 for that score. But also, I don't really want to be on the Blues anyways. I wasn't trying to throw that on purpose. But I got plus 17. I got plus 95 for the Canadiens, plus 17 for the Blues. I don't want to be on the Blues. I think I have one more. Oh, it's with the Canucks. So it's with the Canadiens, Blues, and Canucks. Canucks, they have Brock Besser, Elias Pettersson. They don't have Bo Horvat, but they have obviously Demko in net. I'm GM Carson Vincent. That's almost like Vincent. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Okay, sitting on that side now. You have an important day coming up. How do you prepare? This is the same question that he asked me. Let's do that one. I try and focus a little more on that extra edge. Good to see that you trying to be the best player on the ice. So how much do you care about your stats? I know the only important stat is wins. My own stats aren't that important to me. I usually don't look at my own stats. That never seems to help. Let's do this one. So you like to know how. So you like to know how you are doing. Last question, Vinny. How many putts to fit in this room? What? That's easy. Based on the size of this room, 150,000 could fit in here. I've never been very good at math. 100? Or I'm sure if we put all our heads there, we could figure it out. Let's do the 150,000 for the heck of it, I guess. That was quite the interview, Vinny. Thanks for joining me. So I have plus 95 for this one, plus 95 for Montreal, and plus 17 for St. Louis. So I would say it's obviously, I think usually out of the three teams that interview you, you get drafted by one of the three. So it's either Canucks, Blues, or Canadians. So, I mean, I don't think I've ever been on a Canadian team. I don't think so. The only team that I remember, like I said, are the Devils, Kraken, and Avalanche. Obviously, the Kraken and Avalanche were the last 2 years. All right, Vinny, this is the big day you've been waiting. You've been doing great, and now you're projected to be picked 8th. And so I'm really excited, and I can't wait for the draft to start. It's almost time. Remember to smile for the camera. Stay, see ya after the ceremony. Okay, thank you. Well, so let's say it might not be Washington, because usually it's one of the three teams that interviews you. So, but you never know. I guess they might have changed that this year. Who knows? So yeah, moment of truth. NHL entry draft. We're gonna know in a few seconds or like a minute, because I'm gonna be top 10 most likely. So let's start it. Here we go. Of course. Here we go. Montreal, picked 5th overall.
Did they interview you?
As Montreal did interview me, as I was picked 5th overall, not 8th. I like that uniform. I'll be number 13 though, so I guess number 7's taken or it's retired maybe. But I'll take it. Montreal Canadiens 5th overall. Better than last year. Last year I was 32nd to the Avalanche. This year I'm 5th to Montreal. The Montreal Canadiens have picked yours truly. So I'll take it. I have now 34,000 followers. I really jetted up after winning the Memorial Cup and then picked by Montreal. So yeah, usually there's a cutscene of me walking into the locker room, so I'm gonna see if we see that here, or we're gonna see this first. That's my agent, I think, or I think that's my agent, or that's agent, maybe GM. I don't know, but someone important. So yeah.
Number 7 from Montreal is Howie Morenz, retired.
Oh well.
Played in the 1930s.
Oh, here's the cutscene. Me in a suit and tie and nice clothes, which is the suit and tie, stepping into the locker room. You can see the Canadians on the ceiling and above the lockers all the way around, and the Canadians jerseys in the lockers, and you can see the goalie pads, skates, pads, towels, Gatorade or bottles, jerseys, like I said. So yeah, number 7's retired, which is fine. So let's say I'm number 13 because I was number 13 in that jersey. So for a second I thought I was gonna go to Arizona because it almost went on. I thought I was going on Arizona, but usually, like I said, out of the three teams that interview you, one of them is gonna draft you, and that was the case last year and this year, and really I think it's the case every year. Every year since they've reamped Be a Pro. So Canadians. That's the team out of the three. It was between number 1, I would say Montreal. 2 was Vancouver, or Vancouver and Montreal were tied, and then St. Louis was last. And St. Louis was the lowest score for the interviews. So hello, Vinny. We met a few weeks ago before the draft. I'm Darcy Messer. This was a different GM. It was a different GM for the interview, but whatever. GM of the Montreal Canadiens. Messier. GM of Montreal Canadiens. Doesn't matter. In case you forgot, on behalf of the entire organization, I want to formally welcome you to the team. It was a different GM, though, I think, for the interview. I've seen that before. I saw that last year. You've been We've been watching your performance through the tournament, but I wanted to ask you personally, how would you describe yourself as a player? I'm a team player at heart. I love working together with my teammates. A flexible player, I can adapt depending on the situation, or I want to be the next hockey. Oh, I'm not going to say that. Let's just say this one, the team one. I think you'll enjoy playing for us then. We spoke with your agent, and he's setting up your entry-level contract right now. It should be ready soon. I'm meeting to attend now. We have high hopes for you. Good luck. Thanks. Looking forward to my first game. Obviously, I have to earn a spot on the roster. I got plus 300 teammate. Preseason, I'll do off camera, but I'll try my hardest to make the team. As long as I don't, like, sell and choke it, I'll be fine. So I'm going to stop simulating here because I want to end this video, but of course there's an interview with the reporter. I hit the stop simulating button, but I did it too late, so now we have this interview. Vinny J, being chosen in the top 10 is an honor. What are your thoughts about yourself and the other top draft picks? Let's just do this answer. The team one. I don't really want to read it. So yeah, hold on. And we're looking forward to seeing you in action. Do you expect to have a good time in the preseason? I want to, obviously, but the coach has to decide that, and I'm completely okay with whatever he wants me to do. I'm fine with it. Made sense. Good luck, Vinny. Enjoy this moment. Thank you very much, Mrs. Reporter. Plus 300 management. I like that. I'm wearing a Montreal Canadiens hat, sweatshirt, and comfy pants, and there's that Montreal Canadiens background. So yeah, can I stop simulating for a sec?
Normally I would never.
I hit circle, which is stop. Okay, it won't stop. Okay, now it stopped. So Vinny J's not in his locker yet because you're not in your locker when it's the off season. So I did stop finally. So yeah, I guess I'll do the preseason off camera, and then next episode will be Vinny J's NHL debut, knock on wood, with the Montreal Canadiens, assuming I make the team. But as long as I don't do really, really bad, I'll be with the Canadiens and not their AHL affiliate, whoever their AHL affiliate even is. I think it's the Laval Rocket. I'm pretty sure it is because their uniform, the Laval Rocket and the Montreal Canadiens uniforms look the same.
Laval is a suburb of Montreal.
Oh, well yeah. I want to be on the Montreal Canadiens and not the Laval Rocket. Yeah, I'm still 69 overall, but I'll get that up. Because I started as a 68, 67 I think, or 69. But either way, I started low last year and got up to like an 80 plus. So, and won the cup with the Avalanche. I was the 32nd overall pick, the last pick of the first round last year, and now this year I'm the 5th pick of the whole draft, which is also the 5th pick of the first round. So yeah, so my agent said I was 5th originally, then he said I was 8th. He said 5th off camera, and then he said 8th twice before the draft, and then ended up being 5th. So top 5 pick. So they said top 10, which is I was top 5 and top 10. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, hopefully I can make the team, which I should, unless I do really bad. Either way, next episode will most likely be, unless I don't make the team, will be Vinny J's NHL debut. And I hope I do well, obviously, in my NHL debut. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Get this episode with the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm going to see you in episode number 4 of this Vinny J NHL 24 Be a Pro series. See you in episode number 4. And eat a lot of bacon. And go Canadians.